to one of the most nerve-wracking but essential parts of your career journey, salary negotiations. If you don't know me, my name is Bedford-Flood, founder of ProSource Staffing, and for 28 years, I have helped thousands of job seekers secure their dream job by connecting them with the right employers, preparing them to make lasting impressions in their interviews, and advocating for their true worth in the job market. Talking about money makes most people very uncomfortable. But here's the truth. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. Whether you're accepting a new job, going for a raise, or just trying to level up, this conversation can add thousands to your paycheck and even more to your self-confidence. So, if you've ever hesitated to speak up about salary, or worried you'll sound greedy, or just accepted the first offer because you were scared to lose it, this video is for you. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, and let's talk about how to confidently negotiate your salary and get paid what you are truly worth. So let's start with the big picture. Why salary negotiations matter. Most people don't negotiate their salary. They get the offer, they feel so grateful, and say yes without a second thought. But here's what most people don't realize. Failing to negotiate even once can cost you $500,000 or more over the course of your career. That is not an exaggeration. Compounding effects such as raises, bonuses, retirement contributions, all build off of your starting salary. So when you shortchange yourself now, you're not just giving up dollars today, you're giving up long-term earning power. But this is about more than just money. It's about self-worth. It's about setting expectations for your employer and for yourself. When you negotiate, you show your employer that you know your value. You show yourself that you're worth advocating for. And if you don't advocate for yourself, who will? This is your moment to set the tone for the entire working relationship. Walk in confidently, and you don't just earn more, you command more respect from day one. Let's break down the real reasons people don't negotiate and how to reframe each one. Let's start with fear. Fear of rocking the boat, fear of losing the offer, and fear of seeming difficult. But here's the truth. Negotiation is expected. Recruiters and hiring managers budget for it. They rarely lead with their top offer. You're not being greedy, you're being professional. Then there's the lack of preparation. If you walk into a negotiation without data, without a plan, or without knowing your bottom line, you'll accept whatever they give you. Prep like you would for a job interview. Know your number, know your worth, and have talking points ready. And a lot of people really just misunderstand their value. Many people undervalue themselves. They forget their experience. They overlook the impact that they've made on their prior companies, or they compare themselves to others instead of the market. You're not asking for a favor, you're offering value in exchange for compensation. This is a business conversation, not a personal one. Before you can negotiate, you need to clearly articulate what makes you valuable. Ask yourself a few questions. What specific problems have I solved in the past roles that I've had? How do I save the company time and money? Did I improve systems or lead teams? Did you train others? Have I earned certifications, gained niche skills, or developed industry-specific expertise? Create a brag list. This is a list of 5 to 7 things you're proud of that show tangible impact. So for example, reduced customer churn by 20% in 6 months through improving onboarding. These are your talking points, and they're not just for interviews, they're fueled for your salary negotiation. Use metrics and results. Don't just say, I was responsible for customer success. Say, I managed a profile of 40 enterprise clients with a 95% retention rate. The way you go into this conversation will determine the outcome. Once you know your worth internally, then it's time to validate it externally. You can use tools such as Glassdoor. LinkedIn has a salary insight. You can use salary.com, and recruiter feedback from your industry is a great way to check the data. You need to look for data that is specific to your role, your location, the company size that you've worked for, and the experience level. You need to be sure that you're comparing apples to apples, not apples to oranges. Then you identify a fair salary range. For example, $75,000 to $90,000. If you're strong on experience or bring unique skills, aim for the high end. Never anchor to your past salary. Anchor to market value and your unique impact. Instead of saying, I was making $65,000 in my last role, say, based on my skills and market research, I'm targeting $85,000 for this role. Preparation is your secret weapon. So here's your 3-part process. Number 1, be sure to script it out. Have a clear, concise pitch ready. For example, based on my experience managing high-volume logistics teams, my success improving efficiency by 22% and the market rate for similar roles in this region, I believe a salary in the range of $85,000 to $95,000 is appropriate. This shows you're informed, you're confident, and you're realistic. Be sure to practice it. Role play with a friend or family. I know this sounds corny, but it is so helpful. Practice your tone, delivery, and rebuttals. What if they say, well, that's out of our budget? We think you're more junior. This is our best and final offer. Be ready for it because it will happen. Be sure to stay calm. Ask clarifying questions and always keep the conversation collaborative, not combative. Master the pause. After making your ask, stop talking. Silence is powerful. Let them respond. Let it be a little awkward if needed, and it probably will be. That pause is where confidence lives. Let's talk about the ultimate leverage move, being willing to walk away. This doesn't mean threatening or being dramatic. It means being clear on your value and your limits. You always want to maintain professionalism. You must know your ideal number, your acceptable range, and what is the deal breaker floor for you. Here's how to say it professionally. I'm genuinely excited about this opportunity and confident I bring value. However, I'd need at least $85,000 to feel good about moving forward. If that's not something we can align on, I completely understand and respect it, but I'll have to pass at this time. When you're willing to walk, you shift the dynamic. Now they have to ask themselves, can we afford to lose this person? What's the cost of starting the hiring process all over again? Let me tell you, that's a painful one. And most companies will come back with a better offer or at least find a creative solution, like a signing bonus, maybe adding in a commission that wasn't there, or an early review. And timing is everything. Don't bring up salary in the first interview. You need to wait until they have clearly shown interest in you and that you've had a chance to show your value and they've asked about expectations or make an offer. Be sure to look at the entire package. A lot of people overlook this. Salary is just one piece. You need to consider some of the bigger items like bonus structures, commission plans. What do their health benefits look like? How much are they paying towards those benefits? What kind of PTO time do they give? What's the 401k match? Is there remote flexibility? What about professional development? And even better, what about equity or stock options? Sometimes a slightly lower base is worth it if the full package is strong. And don't forget to get everything in writing. Verbal offers do not count and they don't mean anything. Before you resign from your current job or celebrate, Make sure your full offer is in writing and matches exactly what y'all discussed and agreed on. Remember, salary negotiation isn't optional. It really is necessary. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you ask for. Know your worth. Back it up with research. Prepare your pitch. Practice until it feels natural. And be ready to walk if the number doesn't align with your value. But don't be greedy. Make sure you know that that number aligns with the value. So tonight, I want you to write down your brag list and check current salary ranges in your field. If you're in the middle of a job search, don't wait to do this. Prep your script and rehearse it this week. Negotiation is a skill, and like any skill, it gets better with practice. So be prepared to remember to identify your value, do your market research, write out your script, practice with friend or family member, no matter how uncomfortable it is. If you're in a job hunt right now, don't skip this step. Even a $5,000 bump now compounds over time into serious money and serious confidence. Have you ever negotiated your salary? If so, what happened? Or what's holding you back from negotiating? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about your experience. I hope that this gave you some clarity and insight on how to properly negotiate salary. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.